Hi Gemini, and welcome to the channel. Happy early birthday as well. Ooh, some gifts are on their way. How are you guys doing though? Let me know in the comment section below. If you are new to this channel, before I even get started, definitely hit that subscribe button, and or if you want to wait just to kind of see what my energy is about, see if it's even worth your time, promise you it is. Then you can do that. But before you leave, definitely hit that subscribe button, and please hit the bell notification so you're made aware as soon as I upload. But as well, hit the thumbs up. That really helps with analytics and being able to push my videos out so that other people who may also need the messages are able to more easily find this space. So I would really appreciate if you actually do fuck with the energy, you like the video overall, or you feel like it can be useful to you at some point in the future, then definitely give me that thumbs up and share it with other people. Get the ball rolling, get my name out there. You guys, it seems like it's gonna be like a 3-card reading. Really very straightforward, to the point. You have the Knight of Coins that came up. Let me put it a little closer so you guys can see. Followed by the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Coins. All right. Some of you guys, you're seeing victory in terms of your relationship. Some of you guys, you're seeing victory in terms of your own self-esteem, and the efforts that you've been putting towards trying to overall improve your own like self-development. So if you've been reading books, you found them to be very enriching, and you've also been able to see how when you apply the knowledge, like the difference that it makes in the things that you've been able to attract towards you, that you've been able to attain. So there is buzz going around with cryptocurrency right now. It's the next best thing to put your money in. Also, because there's so much green and so many coins in this spread, I do feel like a lot of you guys are learning more about finance, are learning more about currency itself and what that means, and are trying to figure out where you can put your money so that you're not having to work so hard for the rest of your life. Like you could put your efforts and your passion into the things that you actually enjoy doing, as far as pastime, hobbies, activities, what have you. Because you have the Page of Coins, the 2 of Coins at the bottom of the deck, you know, the 9 of Wands, we'll get there. But just again, because of so much coin energy. So there is buzz going around with cryptocurrency. You guys can be learning about the best like stocks or crypto to put your money towards. So SHIB, I think it's pronounced SHIB, is one of them. A lot of people are going crazy with Dogecoin, and you guys aren't the ones to necessarily follow the trends. It's you guys being perceptive enough to understand what trends are happening right now, and being able to, how do I want to say that? With you Geminis, here's the thing. You guys are natural trendsetters, right? Though trend setting is like an attribute that Aries naturally possesses, when it comes to things like fashion, or when it comes to things like media outlets and just news, that's where you guys excel as far as trends, being able to pick up on what the trends are, and or having the foresight to know what is actually going to take off, right? What is actually going to become popular opinion and or accepted by society, or like the community at least that you live in. And so for a lot of you guys, you want to be impactful, and you want to be able to help those that are in your surrounding that you care and love about, right? For Geminis, it's nothing to ever do with competition. You guys aren't really highly competitive, whereas you have to be the only person to succeed. Like If you know that there's somebody in your circle who has certain assets, gifts, and or abilities that you could use, that you could find useful, that can amplify your business and or be able to take it to the next level, you really capitalize on that, you know? And or if you are in a room where somebody is talking about a certain resource that they need and you know that you don't possess it, but there's somebody within your circle that has that, again, that talent, that gift, that ability, you have the power and the influence to be able to put their names in the mouth of those that could really change their lives, you know? And so to you guys, you understand that there's enough money out there for everybody. Not everybody is like that though. And so sometimes you're, the word precocious is coming to mind, but that has nothing to do with this. But sometimes your like generous nature can really be something that hinders you when you are being so giving, so naive, and really just so like helpful to people that are using you. You know, there are some people that are around you, I do feel, that are leeches. You know, they're just leeching off of you, or they're just waiting for you to blow up so that they can ride your curtail, they can ride the wave, but it's not. Let's not talk about that right now. You know, it's like you kind of have an inkling about this person, and that's where the precociousness is coming from. You know that there's somebody in your midst that has it out for you, that may be trying to plot on your downfall, because the wands that's wedged in between here can be competitive energy. And then you have the 7 of coins that comes after the 6, which talks about your 7th house of relationships, relationship building. So this can be somebody that you're romantically involved with, and or just on a business level, just platonic friends. Like somebody can be trying to plot against your downfall in terms of that area of your life right now. And so you're picking up on it by their patterns and by, you know, their behaviors, their actions, even reading in between the lines when it comes to somebody that is within your midst. And you will figure it out and you will cut this person out. This is all about like weeding out things that no longer have a value to you. You know, just like when you have to keep up with a garden, or when you go out to mow your lawn, you know, you have to spray that insecticide or whatever other pesticides to keep weeds from growing and ruining your crop, you know. One bad apple really does ruin the bunch. And so you're going to figure out and do your due diligence by just being a little bit more observant of this person, again, and what they're doing, and when they come around, and the things that they ask of you, like the favors that they ask of you, and their level of availability that they require of you when it comes to helping them out, but maybe the lack thereof when it's your turn and you really need some help or some advice or so on and so forth. So that is the case. But picking back up when I was talking about like the trendsetters, you guys are very good at observing and analyzing patterns. Like you can figure them out. And so when it comes to maybe putting your money into a particular thing that you like, or just investing your money in stocks or cryptocurrencies, you're going to and or you may find that you have a natural talent for being able to buy in when it dips, you know, being able to buy in at the right time, and then seeing some exponential gain because of that. But whatever it is that you are potentially putting your money towards, this isn't a get quick money scheme type of thing. This isn't a pyramid scheme. You're not going to find success in that. This is something that you have to let marinate, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that you're going to maybe put in $100 or maybe put in $1,000 towards, and it's going to take 7 months for you to really generate income from it, you know, to see a return on that investment. So with the 6 of Wands that's wedged in between as far as money matters are concerned, it is going to be a little bit challenging if you don't have patience, right? Or if you move of your own presumptuous nature and sell something too fast, because you're listening to the chatter, the gossip, the opinions of other people, and or that type of energy trying to come in and scare you away from like investing your money into whatever this could be. And this doesn't have to be stocks. This doesn't have to be anything about like an investment portfolio. I'm only saying that because of, again, what is currently going on in media, just to make this message make sense for people that may not know how to perceive energies, and or just figure out how it can relate in a very realistic way. That is what this is for. So yeah, this is something that's definitely, it's going to take a while for you to see the return on investment, but you will see it. Now, when you do win big, because Six of Wands is also about victory, you're being victorious in whatever it is that you are currently seeking to be good at or find success in. You will be victorious, but it's not without its challenges again here. So just be very careful with who you choose to listen to and how quickly you want to move on a decision without doing your own personal research first. So definitely dig into whatever it is that you're about to embark on and learn as much as you can about it, so you have some idea and you're not going to be blindsided. It's impossible to know everything, but just get a handle or a grip on this particular idea or this particular project or this particular relationship. Learn as much as you can about it so that you're not giving your power away to it. You're not completely oblivious, which leaves room for you in being vulnerable to be overtaken, to become overwhelmed. So that's what's coming through. Whenever I see a lot of green, and whenever I personally start wearing a lot of green, which I've been doing lately, it is my subconscious trying to tell me that I need to come back to center, and I need to dive a little bit more deeply into self-care practices. So maybe if some of you guys have been neglecting those a little bit, like I had picked up on with your overall self-esteem, right, being heightened, or you being able to regain your confidence, and or just in the way that you just come across as an overall person. With this Knight of Coins, Seven of Coins, Page of Coins, Two of Coins, this is like a daily routine. That's what it is. Okay, the new moon that's coming up in Taurus, if it hasn't already passed, that's what this earth energy is about. Find a routine, right? And really try to implement that and make that like a daily practice. So for some of you guys, you would benefit from having like a morning routine that you stick to, being consistent with like how often you do your self-care practices. So like at least doing a purifying mask once a month, and trying to like get your hair cut, your hair done, like going to the beauty salon or the barber shop, trying to do that at least once a week, if not bi-weekly. The waxes that you may need to get, it's about to be summertime, wear less clothes during the summertime, just making sure you're all manicured and good to go. But keeping up with that, I feel like that's going to really help you at this time with being able to have a more clear mind, body, and spirit, right? Mind, body, soul, heart, whatever you want to say here. It brings more clarity and peace of mind. And, as the saying goes, when you look good, you feel good, you do better. And so it would really help if you guys delve more into those day-to-day practices, and or just taking a few minutes out of your day to start stating more self-affirming things about yourself, like that you are worthy, that you are abundant in all things that you involve yourself with, that you add value to the spaces that you find yourself in, that cash just easily finds its way to you, that you are a whole and complete being outside of any relationship that you could have in your life. You don't need anybody else to complete you, that you are just a vivacious energy, that you are very powerful, that your power is undeniable. As soon as you walk into the room, that others take notice of you and others want to in some way have companionship or connect with you in some way. You know what I'm saying? That the things that you do are not your identity, that you are more than just your job, that you are more than just your marriage, or that you are more than just whatever other title or box that society has been trying to place you in, that you have the freedom to try new things, right? To find new hobbies, to learn something else, to change your course of life entirely. Because if you're dissatisfied with something, you're only going to become resentful of it the longer you have to stick with it, So if something's not making you happy, you have the power and the wherewithal to change that, right? Free will, the freedom of choice here. Now, if it's in regards to a relationship that you may be in, say that somebody else has caught your eye, maybe you're dealing with temptation, maybe you're dealing with feelings of jealousy. This can be you or the other person that you are connected to. This is being able to have those hard conversations so that what you can offer to the relationship to alleviate any pain, stress, tension that could be going on within it. Vice versa, just being able to put it all out on the table because you have nothing to lose at the end of the day, other than your heart and your authenticity, if you're not being honest about what it is that you need or what it is that this person may need. So some of you guys, in terms of a relationship, you feel like it's too practical. Maybe you guys are very good business partners, but you have a hard time with connecting romantically. And so figuring out creative ways for you guys to be able to connect, and something that doesn't have to require you spending a copious amount of money, or that requires that you have to take 10 days of PTO if you don't have it to give, or that just won't take you too far away from your family if you already have like kids or anything like that you're raising, but just finding other ways to implement the passion, implement the romance, and to be able to connect in that way. If you are struggling with your self-discipline and being able to remain faithful in a relationship, then definitely have those conversations. Again, they're hard. It's not something that people want to hear, but at the end of the day, again, this is affording everybody the freedom of choice to be able to make a decision. Is this something that I want to stick with? Is this something that I can accept? Yes or no? And if it isn't, then now's the time to evaluate. Okay, well then what is my next step? What do I have? Do I have enough money saved to move out? Or what can I do to start preparing for this potential transition? I'm not really picking up on polygamy, but for some of you guys, if you find yourself that you're torn in between two people, just weigh the pros and cons. Who really brings out the best in you? The person that you find yourself gravitating towards, can you honestly say that you see yourself falling in love with this person, or do you just see them as somebody that's a good time, somebody that just excites you because they have like this air of danger or mysteriousness or reservation about them that's very different from somebody that you are used to, that you've been dealing with for a while now? Like, is this lust? Is this love? You know what I mean? Like, is this somebody that just is physically attractive, and or somebody that may have monetary resources that you don't have at the moment, and so you find them to be more enticing because you perceive that they have more stability in their lives than what you do? But it's okay if they have monetary stability, but are they mentally stable? Are you willing to sacrifice your peace for something that looks good on the outside, but that could very well be tainted within? So the greener pastures, is only the case for those that actually water the grass. So it may look good on the outside, but really you have to evaluate if it's really going to be something that is going to be worthwhile. Like, are you willing to risk what you have for this perception of what could be better? And you will only know if it's actually going to be better for you if you do your research. So definitely look into whatever decision you're about to make, weigh the pros and cons, and have conversations with people that you feel are deserving of it, especially if like you're in a partnership or you're in a marriage. Don't go and just spend $20,000 that you guys have had saved in a joint account without their acknowledgement, without them knowing about it, thinking that you can replace it. Don't be underhanded. Again, when it comes to your profession, your career, the things that you're working on, just follow your passion. But before you do that, just make sure that it is something that is trending upwards, something that you will actually be able to do and maybe be able to leave your profession for after a while. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have the finances to back it up, then that's probably taking too much of a risk, especially if you have other people depending on you. So to a bird in the hand, my mom used to say this one saying, and I can't remember it for the life of me, but it's pretty much like, though you should never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, or your right hand know what your left hand is doing. A bird in the hand is better than, I can't damn remember. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comment section below, because she says it a lot. And pretty much it's when you don't leave your job until you know that what you're leaving it for is something that's stable. Like, until you actually generate some income, I wouldn't just jump, hop, and skip, especially with like cryptocurrency market or whatever it is that you're investing in. Some things can be too highly volatile. So like, be slow and methodical with your approach, and you will see success in that. Okay, so just be very slow and methodical, and again, be consistent with the things that you are potentially implementing into your day-to-day practices, so that you can soar to new heights, and be able to handle all these things that maybe you've been asking for or that you've been waiting for, that you are preparing yourself in the meantime, right? In your downtime, that you're finding ways to be productive with it. So that's what's coming through, Gemini. If it resonated, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. Again, subscribe if you haven't, and book with me should you need to. I am open for private readings. You just have to email me, because I don't have a website up at this time. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and soul until you see me again, okay? Ciao.